The third and the most important decision for today was the creation of different outposts in different sensitive locations of the state along the border areas. And the cabinet today has officially sanctioned and approved BOP for East Genti Hills in Murya, in West Genti Hills in Mukroh and TY, BOP number 3. This is in West Genti Hills. In Ribhoy, in Rani Jirang, the BOP has been approved. In West Khasi Hills, in Umwali, number 2 in Lejadubi, and number 3 in Langpi. We have also decided that the outpost will be officially sanctioned for Athiabari. Also, we have decided that the upgradation of the outpost to full-fledged police stations will be done in Patarkama, number 1, and number 2 in Kirshai, and number 2 in Kirshai, and for outpost will also be upgraded. So these were the different locations where the BOPs have been sanctioned, and we will ensure that we swiftly act and ensure that the manpower is there in these different locations and required infrastructure also be created at the earliest. Apart from that, there were some other areas, especially in Ribhoy district, bordering Block 2, and there were suggestions that had come up, but we had to double check with the entire local communities also, and at the same time we had to double check with the sensitivities of the areas to ensure that we are able to cut the correct locations. And hence, though the proposals came in, we have asked the DGP to make a visit to those areas and come back with a proposal, especially in the border area with the areas of differences in Block 2 area, which is mainly falling under Ribhoy district. So Ribhoy also, we will come out with a second list soon, and that will be done after more detailed study is done of the Ribhoy area. So these are the major decisions that were made today in the cabinet. Thank you very much.
What would be the financial?
What would be the expenditure for setting up?
So in every BOP, there is roughly an expenditure of about 2 crores annually, and in an outpost about 1.5 crores. It's plus minus depending on the exact manpower that will be there. So if you're talking about 7 of them right now, there's about 14 crores of expenditure annually in the BOPs, and roughly about in the other locations about 3 to 4 crores. So we're looking at this decision leading to an impact of about 70 to 18 crores roughly. Again, I can be wrong by a few percentage or amounts, but that's roughly the expenditure will be incurred.
What about the manpower of the strike?
Yeah, so basically what we have to realize is that in the past, in many locations, the BOPs were set up. But the BOPs were set up without actual sanction. And hence the manpower was brought in from the district or from other police stations or other outposts and posted there on a form of a temporary basis. So when we say we are sanctioning this, that means there will be budgetary provision kept for the post. Post will be sanctioned and recruitments will be done to fill this up. But of course, in the meantime, while that takes place, manpower from other areas will be adjusted. But these will be sanctioned posts, and hence they will have to be filled up.
There is a suggestion from several quarters for a special border force police. Are you thinking in that line?
We have not gone into details of that. We can examine that if necessary, and we can talk about and discuss it. Right now, as I said, we felt that we needed to immediately ensure that the presence of our forces and our police forces to give a sense of security and safety to our people was absolutely necessary, and hence we have immediately gone for this step. Other measures we can definitely examine.
Sir, can you come again with the names of BOPs in West Genti Hills?
Okay, let me repeat again. The border outpost, East Genti Hills, will be in Moria BOP. In West Genti Hills, there will be 2, one in Mukroh and one in Tiwai, TIHWIEH. In Ribhoy, right now, as of now, it will be in one has been approved for Rani Jiram. In West Khasi Hills, formal sanction and approval has been given for 3 BOPs, Umwali, Lejadubi and Lampi.
Can you tell us, there is a demand for raising the ex gratia for the victims? There has been demands from several quarters.
Yeah. So it's like this, there are certain norms that are followed by the government. And these norms are set as per the rules and systems that are set by the government. So hence, for us to change that, we'll have to change the entire notings and entire ex gratia to be given for all cases. And hence that will require an amendment to be done. But what is important is that while this ex gratia as per the government's norms are there, which as I said can be enhanced, but as I said it has to be amended in the cabinet, which can be done, but it is a procedural aspect. In the meantime, there are other ways in which we can help. So therefore, the ex gratia will be there, that will be given, that has been given already, because we didn't want to delay it. And as I said, we have given it within 24 hours as per the norms of the government. And whatever additional help can be given from the government side, we are definitely exploring all the options and will be giving that help.
So
So
what
is the
Minister?
government considering a government job for the family of?
We are definitely examining that also. So we will speak to the people, and we have not discussed that in the cabinet as of now. As I said, today we have focused more on the overall safety, security and the presence of our forces.
So, sir, what if there is any objection from someone setting up these BOPs?
These BOPs are going to be very much within non-areas of differences. These are areas which are going to be very much in locations which already are having police presence and force from our side. So it's like an upgradation in one way. And number 3, for example, in Langpi, there is a BOP from the side of Assam, just opposite ours. But ours is a EDC right now. There's an anti-dacoity camp. So we're just upgrading that and making it in parallel at the same level of what Assam has and theirs in the area of difference on their side. And we are also just making it the same and having a BOP. So we don't expect that there will be any issue. But if there are any concerns from Assam, then definitely we'll speak to them and we'll try to resolve those issues. Explaining to them that at this point in time, the people have to feel confident and have to feel that they are safe, and hence these measures are required to bring back a sense of normalcy and to make people feel confident and safe in their own villages, and that's the reason why we're doing it.
Mr.
So
Chief
many
Minister.
many political parties are demanding the resignation of the Home Minister. Sir, your reaction to that?
No, I think political parties may demand, but I personally feel that this is not a time to put political blame games on anybody, or even try to look at having political mileage out of this situation. This is a very serious situation, and situation which was really unprovoked, unexpected. So many steps have been taken by the government to do so many things to normalize the situation. And hence, in a situation like this, we need to all come together and work together as citizens of the state, as leaders. And I think we need to leave the political mindset and the political aspects behind us and really work together as leaders of the state to bring back normalcy and to ensure that we are able to improve the overall situation, and also make sure that decisions like these, like the BOPs and other measures are taken for the state as a whole to avoid any kind of situation like this in the future.
So
Mr.
what's
Chief
the current
Minister.
assessment of law and order situation in the state, and also looking at last night's incident at Maupa, a petrol pump was locked?
Yes, we're watching the law and order situation very, very closely, and all our police personnel and our entire government machinery is on, is keeping a very, very strong watch on the law and order situation. We are seeing that situation is calmer compared to before, but of course it doesn't mean we can be complacent. So we will ensure that we are vigilant and keep monitoring the situation. And I also urge our citizens and our elders and different civil society and different NGOs and all the people of Shillong and Meghalaya as a whole that this is an important phase for us, and violence is not the way for us to move forward. we're not achieving anything by being violent. The people who are suffering are our own people. And there's no reason for us to do that to make our own people suffer. And hence, yes, it's a difficult time, but this is the time we need to work together and move forward as a state and as a people.
Mr. Chief Minister, sir, I have a question. Don't you think like that the state should have formulated first a border policy and then set up these border outposts?
Yes, I think at the larger scale, obviously there have always been discussions about a larger kind of a blueprint that's required, which involves developmental aspects and different kind of law and order aspects. But we have gone into these decisions based on the clear-cut requirements that are there. As I mentioned that these aspects will be further examined, and we are further looking into other areas also, which then can be part of a larger policy that we may require. But as I said, immediately we could clearly, from all the reports we got from the police and from the local administration and from local leadership and from different organizations, that these are locations which are very sensitive, and hence steps need to be taken at an urgent level. And hence to build back the confidence and overall, especially of the local people living in these sensitive zones, so that we avoid any kind of incident in the other areas also. We are going ahead with these decisions. But yes, you're right, in a larger overall picture, we need to plan out for the overall developmental aspect. This is all connected to multiple aspects. Development is also an issue in it. Presence of forces is an issue in it. And obviously the long pending border issue in itself is an issue in it. So therefore, yes, while we examine all of that, these steps have to be taken.
A related question, what is the status of delinking Assam cadre from Meghalaya?
I have written a number of times to the Home Ministry, and I have also mentioned this to Honorable Prime Minister many times. And they have informed me that they are looking into the matter, but we have not been able to yet get it done. We'll continue to pressurize Government of India that it is in the larger interest, in the long-term interest of both the states, that we have our separate cadres.
One political question, if we can take.
Yeah, sure.
Yesterday, two of your MLAs resigned,
Yeah.
and they are planning to join BJP. What is the reason? Is it that they are denied tickets, or?
No, I think that's that we have to ask them why they resigned. But it's okay. It happens in politics. It happens in many parties. It happens to many MLAs, and they have taken their decision. So I have nothing to say about it. I wish them the very best, and and they can contest in any political party that they wish. And as per my party, then we'll move forward in whatever way necessary, and we'll prepare for the elections.
Do you think there is a division in NPP compelling them to leave?
You still want to ask NPP questions in cabinet room? Because I'll speak, and then but tomorrow somebody will make this an issue and say.
That is why I said
CM is
political.
mentioning. Yeah, I know, but I thought it would be a political issue. But you're talking party and elections now, so I don't know whether it's proper
You
for me
cannot-
to speak as
Can't separate. no?
NPP president in the cabinet room as chief minister.
Yeah,
So this,
yesterday, sir, the opposition.
yes, I'm being very diplomatic
Yeah.
in it.
Sir, yesterday the opposition AITC has asserted the need to impose precedent rules in Meghalaya in view of the prevailing law and order situation. Your take on that, sir?
No, I again I'm repeating that there are situations and there are problems that happened, but I don't think this is the time to, as I said, go into the political stance that we take. We need to work together, and obviously we have seen even society has appealed for peace. Even the church has come together, the religious organizations have come together, the different seniors and elders of Shillong have come together, the traditional heads have come together, and they are all urging that we need to work together to maintain peace. So I think this is not the time to go into all the political aspects. Elections will come, and then after in an election we can talk of whatever we want. But at this point in time, it's important that as leaders, we need to be together for the larger interests of the state and the people.
So, one question.
Do you